Yeah, hello everybody. Welcome to the session. The last class I discussed about the spherical coordinate system and the relation between spherical coordinate system and Cartesian coordinate system. Just have a look on the summary of the last class which I discussed. So, see the differential vector length in the Cartesian coordinate system is dx dx bar plus dy y bar plus dz dz bar, and similarly the differential vector length in cylindrical coordinate system is having as rho comma phi comma z are the coordinates. So I am writing the expression for dm bar is equal to dou rho d rho a rho bar plus rho into d phi into a phi bar plus sign. So just have a look. The last class which I wrote the summary, we just left these two boxes. You just have a look on these two boxes for 1 minute. So now see, in the next topic I am going to discuss about the vector multiplication. Vector multiplication. So next topic is a vector multiplication. Okay, see, the last classes we discussed about the vector addition, subtraction. So now we are going to discuss about a very important topic, vector multiplication. This multiplication is useful for us when we are going to study the transformation of vectors from one coordinate system to another coordinate system. This is a very first topic for our unit. The transformation of vectors from Cartesian to cylindrical, Cartesian to spherical, and cylindrical to spherical, so and so. Okay. So such transformation, the vector multiplication plays a very important role. So that's why it is necessary to study this topic now only. So in vector multiplication we are mainly focusing on about a scalar product. Or it is also called as a dot product. Scalar product or dot product. One. And next we have a vector product. Or it is also called as a cross product. Okay, now first we will discuss about the dot product. Okay. Now I am going to discuss about the dot product or scalar product. Okay, so it is defined as like this. Suppose if you have a two vectors, it is having a bar and have one more vector, it is a b bar. Now consider the angle between a bar and b bar is theta. Okay, so the dot product between a vector a bar and b bar is defined as like this: a bar dot b bar is equals to, it is defined as the magnitude of a bar and magnitude of b bar, magnitude of a bar, magnitude of b bar, and cos of the angle between vector a and vector b. So this is the definition of your dot product. Okay, so dot product is a scalar quantity. It is not a vector quantity. It doesn't have any direction. So that's why dot product is a scalar quantity. Okay, now we will see the properties of dot product. What are the properties of dot product? Properties of dot product. The property, first property is dot product obeys the cumulative property. It obeys cumulative property. What is the cumulative property? If you do the dot product between a bar and b bar, you will get the same result when you do the dot product between b bar and a bar. This is the cumulative property, and also obeys the distributive property. It also obeys distributive property. What is the distributive property? Okay. If you do the dot product between A bar and the addition of B bar and C bar, you will get A bar dot B bar plus A bar dot C bar. This is called as a distributive property. Okay. Now, third property is, okay, if the two vectors, vector A and vector B, are parallel to each other. Parallel to each other means the angle between vector A and vector B is equals to 0 degrees. Okay. If the angle between A bar and B bar is 0 degrees, what about the dot product? Okay. A bar dot B bar is equals to magnitude of A bar and magnitude of B bar is equals to, into cos 0. What is cos 0? It is 1. That means it is equals to the magnitude of their result. Okay. And now, if the two vectors, vector A and vector B, are orthogonal or also said to be, if A bar and B bar are 90 degrees to each other, then it becomes theta is equals to 90 degrees. That means if A bar and B bar are orthogonal to each other, then the dot product result is equals to cos 90 0. That means the dot product result is going to be 0. Now see, we have a unit vectors Ax bar, Ay bar and Az bar. These are the unit vectors in the Cartesian coordinate system. How these vectors are oriented along their axes? These unit vectors are perpendicular to each other. These vectors are perpendicular to each other. Okay. So now we will try to calculate the dot product between the unit vectors. This is a very important when we are going to study the transformation of vectors from one coordinate system to another coordinate system. Okay. So now I am going to calculate Ax bar, Ay bar and it is Az bar. Okay. See. So first of all I am going to calculate the dot product between different unit vectors. In the first step I am calculating the dot product between Ax and Ay bar. See, these I am calculating the dot product between this unit vector and this unit vector. So from the definition, if I have two vectors A bar and B bar, okay, the definition of dot product tells that magnitude of A bar, magnitude of B bar and cos of the angle between them. Now here I have a unit vector Ax bar, magnitude of Ax bar and it is magnitude of Ay bar and cos of the angle between Ax and Ay. What is the angle between Ax and Ay? It is 90 degrees. Now the magnitude of unit vector is equals to 1. Magnitude of unit vector is equals to 1. So cos 90 is equals to 1. That means the dot product between different unit vectors result is 1. Conclusion is, if you do the dot product between any different unit vectors, you will get the same result, that is 1. So here I am calculated Ax bar dot Ay bar. If you calculate Ay bar and Az bar also, you will get the 1. That means finally I can write the dot product between different unit vectors for all the vectors Ay bar and Az bar, which is also equals to Az bar dot Ax bar equals to 1. Okay. Now property number is 5, and if the dot product between same unit vectors, if you calculate the dot product between Ax bar and Ax bar, it equals to Ax bar magnitude of Ax bar into cos same unit vectors, means if we have one more vector in the same direction, what is the angle between them? It is cos 0. Sorry, very sorry, I'm very sorry. Cos 90 is 0. So that means it is equals to different vectors is equals to 0. And cos 0 is equals to 1. I'm very sorry. Okay. So the dot product between same unit vectors is equals to 1. It is 1 into 1. And it is 1. If you calculate the dot product between ax and ay will give the same result. So that is 1. Okay, what are the applications of this dot product? Applications of dot product. It is used to calculate applications. Applications of dot product. Applications of dot product. So it is easy to calculate the angle between the two vectors. If you have unit vectors like this a bar and b bar, and the angle between those two vectors is theta, then how can you calculate the theta? By using from our definition only. It is a bar dot b bar is equals to magnitude of a, magnitude of b, and cos of the angle between a and b, that is cos theta ab. But here we need only cos theta ab. So cos theta ab is equals to a bar dot b bar by magnitude of a and magnitude of b. So this is a formula for calculating the angle between two vectors. This is application number 1. And what is the application number 2? It is used to calculate the any component which is oriented along the direction. Suppose if you have a vector p here, p bar vector is here. Okay. So if it is required to calculate the component of this p bar on this vector. Okay. In that case, so imagine that this is a vector, unit vector a bar. Okay, the component of p bar along the unit vector is given by p bar dot a bar into a bar. If you calculate the dot product between p bar and a bar, it is equals to your component of p bar on the unit vector. So what is p bar dot a bar, which is equals to magnitude of p bar, magnitude of a bar, and cos of the angle between a bar and cos theta. That means magnitude of p bar, it is anyway 1. So magnitude of p bar into cos theta. Okay. Or suppose if you have a vector, like another vector, if you think that this vector is q, you already know this value. Then in such cases, how can you calculate this component of p bar on q? Like this. In such cases, first of all, we need to calculate the unit vector along the q. So what is the unit vector along the q? It is aq bar is equals to q bar by magnitude of q bar. Okay. In first step, in a case where the component of p bar is calculated along the q, in such cases we need to calculate the a bar, it is a unit vector along the q, is calculated by ratio of vector to the magnitude of vector, and next we have to calculate a bar dot eq bar. This result gives us the component of p bar along the q bar. These are the two applications of dot product. Similarly we have vector product or cross product. We have vector product or cross product. Vector product or cross product. Okay, so what is the definition of this dot product, cross product? If I have two vectors a bar and b bar like this. Okay, this is a bar, and if the angle between a bar and b bar is theta, the cross product is defined as like this: a bar cross b bar is equals to magnitude of a bar, magnitude of b bar, sine of the angle between a and b, and a direction. It is having a direction. cross product is having a direction, so that by the cross product between two different vectors is a vector quantity, whereas dot product between two different vectors is scalar quantity. Okay, so now how can you calculate this direction? See, like this: if vector A is rotated towards vector B, if vector A is rotated towards vector B, okay, and the direction is downwards. How? It means it is like a corpuscular. So as vector A is rotated towards vector B, it is going downwards. So that's why the direction of the cross product result is going to be downward. Or if vector B is rotated towards vector A, then it is like this right-handed corpuscular rule. The screw is moving upwards. So that's why the direction of cross product result is upwards. Okay. Now what are the properties of properties? Next, properties of cross product. This is the first property. It doesn't obeys cumulative property. A bar cross B bar does not equals to B bar cross A bar. Then what is the correct, sir? So the correct relation between A bar cross B bar is equal to minus of B bar cross A bar. It is correct. Okay. Now it also doesn't obeys distributive law, cumulative laws. So now we try to calculate the very important property in Cartesian coordinate system, where we have Ax, Ay and Az are the unit vectors which are oriented there along their respective axes. So if you calculate the cross product between Ax bar and Ay bar, what you will get? It is the magnitude of Ax bar, magnitude of Ay bar, and sine of the angle between Ax and Ay. This is the sine of the angle between Ax and Ay. It is 90 degrees. Ax, y. So sine 90. And the direction is in which direction? As we are calculating the cross product from x to y. That means x is moving towards the y. So that's why direction is in which direction? Az direction. So that's why it is Az bar. Sine 90 is how much? 1. Ax bar is 1, Ay bar is 1. So the cross product between different unit vectors is the another vector. If I have x and y, you will get the result is another vector. Suppose if you do the cross product between Ay and Az, what you will get here? So we are doing the cross product from y to z, so that we should get the another vector which is Ax bar. If you calculate by using this formula, we will get this result only. Okay, next we have Az bar cross Ax bar, Zx. It is equals to Ay bar. Okay, so this is the cross product between different unit vectors. Suppose if you calculate the cross product between the same unit vectors, like Ax bar cross Ax bar, cross product between the same vectors, the result is Ax bar, magnitude of Ax bar, sine of the angle between. If you have same unit vectors in the same direction, what is the angle? 0. Sine 0, 0. 0 into something, 0. The final conclusion here is the cross product between same unit vectors is 0. Cross product between different unit vectors is another vector. See, if I do the cross product reverse, that means Ay bar cross Ax bar. If I calculate the cross product reverse, that means what is the direction? Anyway, the magnitude is Az bar. What about sign? Here I got positive sign. Why? Because as x is rotated towards y, it is going upward. The upward is positive z axis. Suppose if y is moving towards z axis like this, that means the direction is downwards. Downwards is having negative z axis, so that way the sign is minus. These are the properties of cross product. Okay, now tell me the applications of cross product here are the applications are, one is it is the replacement of right-handed thumb rule. So up to now we have completed our vector multiplication. Okay, now this vector multiplication is useful whenever we are studying the transformation of vectors from one coordinate system to another coordinate system. In the next class I am going to start the topic, that is the transformation of vectors from one coordinate system to another coordinate system. Thank you.